Mr. Flanagan.
Very much interesting to listen to Tom. You particularly focused on not identical but equivalent. I'm just wondering, do you think that chlorinated meat products are the equivalent of non-chlorinated meat products? Do you think GM food is the equivalent of non-GM food? Because words are very important here. You talk about delegating responsibility of feeding our families. If TTIP goes through, we will delegate the responsibility of feeding our families to Walmart and Lidl and Aldi, and they do not give a damn about us. You suggested at the beginning of your speech that you like that kind of fuzzy warm thing about Europe. Now, finally, you talk about consumer choice. If consumers in an area elect a government and elect a council that decides they don't want GM crops in their area, how do you feel about that? Because it's reported that in 2005 you voted in favour of legislation which prohibited consumers in an area prohibiting the use of GMs. I look forward to your answers.
Dziękuję, pan poseł Flanagan.
Thank you. Just in relation to your comments and other people's comments about the US Secretary for Agriculture, I understand, like, if you're trying to do business with someone, that you have to be nice to them and friendly, but I have to say, I think it's gone so far as fawning all over this man. I thought it was some of the stuff he said was interesting, but it was hardly inspirational. And his reference to his time as governor, when he was governor, he was named Biotech Governor of the Year. Now that would kind of worry me, and he isn't quite as cuddly as we think he is. Maybe he's a good man or whatever, but it isn't quite that simple, because if he got that award, he got it for a reason. The bill that I referred to, he actually initiated the bill. He'd want to go back and have a look at it. And this worries me, because we're negotiating with them, and the negotiations and the talks I see today are, it's fawn, fawn, fawn. And who's negotiating on the other side? Phil Hogan, an individual who was described by the European Milk Board as does not have any solutions, professional incompetence, disregard for farmers. I just shiver at the thought that that man is negotiating with someone in here who was pretty much described as Jesus by the time he left here. It worries me where this is going.
Mr. Flanagan still?
Yeah, sorry, it'll just be a second. Whenever you do a slideshow here, can you make sure that, or a PowerPoint presentation, can you make sure that the members and the people here have it? Because on quite a few occasions you're ending up looking at the screen now. My eyesight isn't that bad, but you'd want to be the bionic man to see some of the stuff. And one other thing as well, can we get the option to opt into getting these? And if we don't, can you email them to us? Because what's the point in the climate change conference if we kick the hell out of the environment every day we come in here? The last week I come in here, you could have piled them on top of each other and they would have been higher than the Eiffel Tower. So, like, can we start here? Otherwise, it's a joke.
Myślę, że tak, to możliwe.
Yes, I think it's possible. Please get in touch with the Secretariat and it will be taken care of.